together. I can see a little bit of a different background as I'm at a pastor's conference. And so putting this together here at the pastor's conference up here in Brainerd. So, nevertheless, we continue wherever the Lord brings us to be in the Word, to grow in faith, to share the Word. And that's exactly what was going on in our text for today. In our text, where we are at Acts 21, verse 40 through chapter 22, verse 2. So the very end of one chapter, the beginning of another. And you have Paul in a strange pulpit, I guess is a way you could put it. And a very, let's go into this, starting in verse 40. And when he had given him permission, so remember, Paul, all of what was going on in this situation. You had the people, they were seeking to kill Paul for what he was doing. Then you had the military from the Romans come down. You have Paul put into chains, feet, hands, brought forward. Then you have the people jumping and pushing and trying to get to Paul and the pushback. And let's get up to the barracks because we can't do it here. You have the yelling, you have the hollering, you have all of this going forward. He's going up the stairs, going up to the barracks, leading down where you can kind of look down and see the temple, see all of what was going on. And then he says, may I speak to them? Now, why the tetrarch gave him this ability and said, okay, go ahead and do it. Not sure, maybe the way, maybe the unusualness, maybe the boldness, but it's just kind of like, okay. And so he does. He gives him permission. And there you have Paul on the steps, motioning with his hand to the people. Now, just think of this most unusual pulpit that Paul finds himself in, standing up there, guards here, the leader of the military there. You have all the people down here, the shouting, the hollering, the seeking to kill. He's got his hands in chains. His feet are in chains, chained both ways. And he's there raising his hand as he's chained, calling out to everybody to be quiet for just a moment. Let me just share. Now, just the image of what was going on right there. And what's Paul's number one priority? Not his own safety. Not how can I get out of this? His number one priority is share the gospel message. In whatever strange pulpit, in whatever strange place he finds himself. And so even there he motions, quiet. Let me preach. Let me proclaim. Let me give the defense of what's going on here. And so when he did, there was a great hush. He addressed them in the Hebrew language. He was a Hebrew, they're Hebrew, Aramaic technically, and he was speaking to them just the normal way you would in a language everybody could easily understand. Brothers and fathers, hear the defense that I now make before you. So it's going to be his defense. Latin word to get to the apology, not saying I'm sorry, but to this is what's going on. And when they heard that he was addressing them in the Hebrew language, they became even more quiet. And he said, almost like you could hear a pin drop as everybody quiet and listen to what's about to be, and maybe the absurdity of the situation just made them realize, okay, even though we were just trying to kill this man, okay, let's listen to him. And I just think that today, as the church, we need to take that same thought pattern wherever, whenever, and whatever the situation is going on. Let us proclaim Jesus Christ and what he has done for us, no matter what kind of strange pulpit we may find ourselves. In that name, amen.